right, welcome everyone to this what will be a very short video, at least I hope to be a very short video. That's the plan is to do two things in this. One is to thank people for us now getting over 1,000 subscribers, and the other thing is to do some giveaways related to that. So we'll do the first part here. We started this mid-pandemic, a couple of years back, because essentially I was sitting around and bored, and I said, "Hey, Dan, why don't we just do like a podcast? I want something to do." So we decided to do that. Our very first thing that we recorded, which I'm sure a lot of that stuff is terrible, and some of our more recent, maybe not super recent, but other stuff is a little rough as well. But we essentially did a test recording, and I was like, well, okay, that kind of worked, so let's just put that out, and we went from there. As time was went on, we've changed a bit of things that we've done, obviously. We picked up Steve when we started doing, I believe, when we started Heresy. I think we did that, and then Titanicus afterwards. And then he's been with us ever since. I know for some of the spots we've had some issues with getting certain amounts of recordings out. We've been trying to do more in general, especially more now. I've been trying to do more solo stuff since I have the ability to do that. And it makes it a little bit easier for schedules because 3 people's schedules get tough. Obviously, with the school year just starting, Dan's still on the mend and all. It's been tough to get a normal recording out. We were supposed to do one today. I just couldn't physically do it. The start of the semester is always tough on me because I go from not talking quite as much to talking nonstop at a very loud volume for hours upon hours at a time. And it usually just wrecks my voice for about a day or two. So we didn't get a normal recording. That's why we're actually, if you're watching this soon to when it's going to be released, that we are actually doing a live for the LVO GW reveals. It's going to go, the stream will open 30 minutes ahead of time from us. If you go on to our site about the lives, you'll see that posted up. You'll see it probably, I'm going to get this out on Thursday, essentially this will go out on Thursday. You're going to see that show up probably around the same time or shortly thereafter. Ways just to do more things, because we've done that in the past and we really like doing that. We'll be getting back to more normal episodes soon. We're getting to more battle reports. Currently editing our second Imperialis battle report. We're recording our third one on Friday. Might be recording another one later on Friday as well. If not, the next week we have another one. Getting back to some Conquest battle reports. I have one of those lined up pretty soon, and a few other things as well. Have more Conquest videos that I'm doing. We have plenty more 30K stuff we're going to do. We just, like I said, we've had a little haphazard of meeting things up lately. I know at least I am doing some stuff with our world. I know Dan is as well, so we'll have some stuff related to that. Just all kinds of content coming up. What I do want to do is thank everyone who has subscribed over the time, who has been keeping up with us, who has been encouraging, especially in the spots when we've had some issues with getting things done, mostly related to health. That pops up from time to time. So we do thank everyone for that. One thing, if you're following this and you haven't subscribed, say you clicked on this because you heard about giveaways, that really does help us. In the last while, about 75% of people who watch us aren't subscribed, mostly because we started putting out Imperialis stuff, which has been a little more popular than some of our other things, although we do a variety of other things, and we're always willing to look at, depending on whatever as people want to hear about, especially as I make some separate stuff. I've been doing a lot of stuff for Old Dominion. I'm going to start branching into the other factions as well. So tell us the things that you enjoy seeing, and we can make stuff related to it because we enjoy making all kinds of stuff. So we do thank everyone who has. We do thank everyone who's been keeping up with us, and the hope is to give you plenty more useful things and fun things looking forward to in the future. And one of the things, so if you looked at one of Dan's videos that he didn't do it in 16 by 9. I've told him in the future he needs to make sure he does that, but he's kind of new to recording certain things on his own that way. So one of the things he did is he did some token reviews, and particularly did token reviews from Battle Bling. Their website will be placed down below. And from those, he got 2 sets of tokens. So it is essentially 20 token holders, which I'll hold up what they are. They have 2 different versions. The versions for this one, come on, finger focus. There we go. This is the general sort of one. They also have Trader and Imperium, essentially Loyalist and Renegade, but this is more of their general one. So there's 20 of these holders in it. There's a divot on the inside that can fit the different orders. So the game has essentially base 5 orders. So they made pieces for each of these 5. Oh, sorry, holding it upside down. Now I'm actually truly holding it upside down. Let me do it this way. So with these, you'll notice that this is the fallback order. It actually says fallback on it. There is, of course, your first fire order, which is a set of crosshairs. It says first fire on it. Your advance order looks exactly like it should. Your march order, the way they did that to get the extra arrows. Let's see if it'll... There we go. It's a little light there because the back actually has a spot for a magnet if you want it, but actually there is 3 little bits of arrow on that one. And this one should be your charge order. Obviously it has the explosion next to it for it. So there is 4 of each of these orders. 5 orders, that's 20 of them, so there's enough to match up with all the tokens. You could magnetize it if you want, or you could literally just glue it in. They slap in just fine. That's what I would do personally. The idea is you put it face down, it says order on it, you reveal your order. We know it might not be quite enough to fit every single thing you need, but it's a good way to start at least blinging up what you have. And overall, these will paint up pretty good. Especially if I mean, you could paint up very fancy, but if you want, if you just do some simple dry brushing, stuff like that, you can get a really nice look pretty quick. So Dan ordered a set of 2 of them. So each set has 20 of the dial pieces and 4 of each of the various orders that you have. So I have 2 sets of 20 here in front of me. So we're going to do a giveaway for these. Now, the other thing we are going to give away as well, because I have more Warhounds than I can deal with, is Warhound. So this is from the Imperialis sprue, in case you're either building up for Titanicus, or if you'd like to go in Titanicus. Dan and I are actually going to do a Titanicus game in Imperialis with their rule set and see how that goes and compare it to just normal Titanicus. Maybe we'll record both and just see the distinctions in those to kind of get a feel. Does just pure Titans work? This, though, to not confuse it, I'm going to do this for this sprues related to the Titan. These are going to be given away on either the next battle report or the one after it. I don't know which one you're going to see first. We're recording the one on Friday. Whichever one's easier for me to get done is the one that it's going to be on. So it might be the second one or it might be the third. It will be in the title as well. So I will put that there. And in that video, I'll explain the rules of how we're giving these away. For the tokens, if you're in the US, this applies to you. If you're in Canada, as long as I don't have, they don't have to take a dog sled to get to you, this applies to you as well, because shipping these to Canada, they're very light, can be done. I was looking at shipping to other parts as well, especially like Western Europe, but looking at it, shipping costs, it's a little bit dicey to figure out exact amounts, and it could get a little bit high. The other thing is, Battle Bling is a UK company, so it's probably just easier, obviously if I was doing this to Western Europe or something like that, I'd be paying the shipping, but the shipping is actually going to get pretty high. It would actually be, cheaper probably ordering it the other way from them and just doing it direct. So for right now, at least until I figure out international type shipping, that isn't going to either break my bank or confuse me too much, because I don't ever do that. We're going to keep this essentially to US, Canada. If you listen to us from Mexico, that's probably fine as well, because the shipping rates down there are not much different. It's all pretty much the same. So essentially, what you would call North America. If you're in other parts of the world, I do apologize, but it's just not feasible currently. I will look into, before both of these get shipped off, what it would have been to certain parts to get maybe a better idea, so that way in the future we can include other areas. But I think just for my own simplicity, we're going to do it this way. So we're going to do this very much the same way we did before. So 1, you do need to be subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, like I said, this is Imperialis stuff. We're doing a whole bunch more Imperialis content. We're obviously having some battle reports out. We're going to talk about the different legions, some different pieces like that. So what we're going to do for this one, I think, the way we're going to, like I said, 1, you have to be subscribed. 2, on this particular video, I want you to leave a comment. And the comment I want you to leave is about what legion you want Dan to do accounts as for his army next. Now, I'm building up some Dark Angels, but it's going to take me a while to get enough to be able to do enough points to really show off that army. But Dan's got tons and tons of Alpha Legion. And if we know anything about Alpha Legion, they like to pretend they're just about anyone else. I want to be able, as people in our community are building up their armies, I want to be able to show off other armies and show off other rule sets for them and try out different legions. So in the comments below this video, post in what legion you want Dan to proxy his army as, so we can try out the rules and just see what they're like. Again, they won't match the color scheme, but we're working on that as more people get that. But I think it would be good to at least be able to see some other things, and maybe then he won't infiltrate everything right into my face all the time. So, if you are from, like I said, essentially North America, you can leave a comment below with that. If you're outside of that, feel free to leave comments as well. You're just not going to be eligible. If you are from outside, please just say so. So if you're interested in putting in your viewpoint of what you want to see, please leave a comment. Just put that, outside of North America or not eligible, something like that. And I do apologize. I just don't know my ability to ship these without spending tons and tons of money to do so. They're super light, but international shipping gets really expensive if it's not like a letter. And these aren't letters, at least for an individual, for what I'm seeing. If anyone knows really good international shipping, let me know. But, so how long will this run? You are going to be seeing this between Thursday or Friday, so either the 18th or the 19th. We will run this for, I guess we'll just do it for a week just to make it easy. So whatever day you see it come out, we'll run it till exactly the following week. So we'll just call it the Friday after next. So 19th, we're looking at like the 26th then. So on the 26th, that's the day it'll close. What I will do then is I'll record a brief thing after that fact, and we'll do a randomizer off of the comments, and we'll randomize until we have someone who's a valid person. As soon as they are, I will reach out to them. We're going to do a total of 2, so I'll look for the first 2. I will give them several days to get back to me. If they don't get back to me after a little bit, then we'll go to the next person, and I'll just go down that list until I can get both of these sent out to people. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that below that you leave a comment saying what legion you want Dan to count his Alpha Legion as in our next battle report. Like I said, you're going to probably see 2 others before that, but the one we record after that, I want to know what you guys want to be able to see. All right, as I said, thank you for supporting us for this amount of time. This really does help us out. It really does help get us noticed. And it makes all this just easier to do and more viable. So we do thank you for all of that. It is definitely motivating as well. When you see things that you do become popular, it gives you more motivation to do more and more of it. So it really is nice. All right. That's enough for this one. Like I said, if you've seen this before Friday or whatever time the LVO reveals are, we're going to do a live watch of that to talk all about it. We have normal podcast episodes coming out next week, and we have at least 2 battle reports, and I have some conquest things that I'm working on as well. So you should see over the next week that this is running, you should probably see at least 3 to 4 videos from us. All right. Otherwise, then, on behalf of everyone here at the show, has a good hobby. It's a great gaming.